So the Navy just ruled if you're asleep and you're raped in your bunk, that's a workplace injury. But I spent 15 years in insurance. I saw my fair share of workman's comp claims. Someone slipped on a wet floor, carpal tunnel. What I never saw was a claim for, because according to the Navy, it's part of the job. It's a risk that you take by being there. This brave woman is Elsie Dominguez. She's a civilian engineer, a Navy reservist, and a graduate of the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. And in December 2021, she was raped. She said she was in her lock cabin by the ship's captain aboard the Navy transport ship. In fact, she says that the captain used a master key to gain entry into her room while she was unconscious. So she sued. She wanted her day in court, but instead, a federal judge said no. This has to go through workers' compensation. Like, be so for real. Workers' compensation was meant to be for factory accidents, mishaps, machinery fail. It was never intended. It's a no-fault system, meaning no one has to prove anybody did anything wrong. You get a capped payout, and in exchange, you can't sue. So I need you to come close and listen to this. When the Department of Labor says that this arises out of employment, what they're telling you is that being raped by a colleague is a risk of serving in the Navy, like a shoulder or back injury. And I am not going to skim over the no fault part because workman's comp is a no fault system that is not built to find someone responsible. It's built for accidents. And let me be crystal fucking clear, rape is not an accident. There is a person who made a choice, and this framework erases him from the equation entirely. But hey, at least there's a payment. Yeah, the same formula used for a torn ligament is going to be used for rape. Think about that. It's kept at two-thirds your wages. There's no pain and suffering, no punitive damages, no jury finding that yes, it happened and it was wrong. Just a payroll formula. That's not justice. Know what else isn't? That the guy got paid administrative leave. Oh, and a misconduct complaint, but that was dropped when he handed over his mariner's license. Of course. And what happened to Elsie? Well, she went back to the sea. It's her career, it's her calling. But she said in interviews that the publicity tied to this lawsuit has affected interactions between her and her coworkers, which were already challenging because she's one of the few women in the industry. One man recently told her he learned of the case on his own and wished he didn't know these things about her, she said. It's a lonelier world than it already was. But I mean, that's kind of the goal, right? I mean, we all know these stories, maybe not this exact one, but we all know women in the military this has happened to, and some report it, some don't. But in all of those cases, nothing ever happens to the person who did it. But the woman, she is frozen out. She's punished for breaking the silence the brotherhood demands. But where is that brotherhood when it comes to protecting her? There seems to be unlimited loyalty to the men who do it, and none for the women who are the victims of it. And now a federal judge has said that rape is just a risk you assume by serving in the Navy. I mean, I guess at least they're finally admitting it out loud.